Let's take a look at using the CCRP to dramatically increase the accuracy of your bombing in planes that have it. Okay, so as part of their ballistics computer, some aircraft have access to the CCRP, the Constantly Computed Release Point. On a few aircraft, this is the only form of ballistics computer that they get. As far as I can tell, it's only 4 versions of the A4 Skyhawk, but these planes, including the Israeli premium one, can use this even though they don't have any other form of ballistic computer. So what is it? Simply put, it's an aiming helper that shows you when to drop your bombs in order to hit a designated point on the ground. You need to set 3 keybinds: switch mission bombing target, activate target point, and deactivate target point. You might already be using these for designating targets for laser-guided bombs or other smart weapons, but if not, set those keybinds. The basic idea is that you designate a target point, which then gets a red square around it. Then, the black vertical line shows up, centered on your target. There's a little black circle on the line, and also a horizontal black line above it. The circle shows your release point, and the black line shows your distance to the release point. As you approach the target, the black line will start to move down, and once it gets to the circle, you hit your keybind to drop bombs. If it doesn't seem like the black line is moving down, don't worry, it won't until you're pretty close. You can also cheese this by holding down your drop bomb keybind, or even your drop bomb series keybind, and then it'll auto-drop the bombs once you reach the correct distance. While you have the CCRP active, the letters CCRP will show up in the top left next to your bombs. While it's active, it won't let you drop bombs normally. This is a safety mechanism, and if you try to drop a bomb while the CCRP is active, you get a little X over the circle, and it will say Bomb Release Permission down at the bottom of the screen for a second. But the thing to do is to keep your target selected, keep flying directly at it, keep that big vertical line in the center of your direction reticle, and once the black distance line starts to move down, just press and hold your keybind for drop bomb or drop bomb series until you get to the release point and it dumps the bombs. So what if you need to drop a bomb before you get to the release point? Or maybe somebody else flies in front of you and takes your bombing target. Well, that's what the keybind for deactivate target point is for. That will clear your selected target and set your bombing back to normal. Super easy. Now, the last part of this is super helpful. The keybind to switch mission bombing target. If you're on a mission with strategic bases to attack, and they're generally in front of you, pushing that button will automatically target them. You can hit it multiple times to cycle through until the one you want to attack is targeted, and assuming your plane has bombs, you'll get the CCRP automatically. Then just proceed normally until you get to the correct distance for the drop and the little black line goes down into the circle. You can use this to accurately bomb strategic bases from high altitude in planes like these A4s that don't get the CCIP, or even in a more advanced plane with the CCIP if you don't want to have to nose down to see the brown crosshairs. Just keep in mind that not every plane gets this, even if it otherwise has a ballistics computer. If you're in doubt, do a test flight. The keybind for switch mission bombing target can also be used to target stuff like the walleye glide bombs if you have those with you. But remember, things like the walleyes and the TV guided bombs on some of the other planes can only be dropped one at a time. Anyway, if you haven't used this before, I strongly suggest watching this video one more time and then going to play with it in a couple of test flights before going into a live mission. If you're using the premium Israeli A4 to grind RP, and I suspect a lot of you are based on what I've seen in missions lately, this might be a bit of a game changer for you. Also, unrelated, the next time I update my tutorial video on air-to-ground weapons, I'll include a section with this information. If you found this helpful and you aren't subscribed, consider giving that button a click. As always, thanks for watching.